we're ready with the first stream of Tomb of Annihilation. It's been a long time coming, but we finally got it going. And Jamie's just created his character. Yay! No, that's not true. But yeah, so here we are. Very first episode of a brand new campaign. We're diving into Tomb of Annihilation, but using 24 rules, so we'll see how this goes. Somebody will die at some point.
Lame and gay.
No, stop it. Someone will die at some point. Who knows?
Should we take bets? Who dies first?
I think we should take
bets.
I think it should be.
Ooh.
Possibly on the stream as well. We'll get like.
Can we bet on ourselves?
This is a thing on Twitch.
On the stream, take bets. That would be great.
So yeah, bet who your favourite character is, and they'll probably be the one to die. I'm going to introduce these lovely people in a minute, but yeah. So I hope you're all ready for this. As you can see on the screen, we're using Foundry Virtual Tabletop. It's a great tool. You should use it. We are not sponsored, unfortunately.
We should be.
Yet.
We will be.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, baby. Yeah, baby.
Look, there's a nice image.
Ooh.
So, it's a nice sunny day. Probably just before mid-afternoon. Mid-afternoon? Afternoon is mid. Whatever. It's a glorious day in Baldur's Gate. That's where we're beginning. And this is what we're seeing. Nothing suspect seems to be going on, but for the past several days, the talk of the streets and taverns has all been about the so-called death curse, a wasting disease afflicting everyone who's ever been raised from the dead. Victims grow thinner and weaker each day, slowly but steadily sliding towards the death they once denied. When they finally succumb, they can't be raised, and neither can anyone else, regardless of whether they've ever received that miracle in the past. Temples and scholars of divine magic are at a loss to explain a curse that has affected the entire region and possibly the entire world. And as a very good aside to this, our first character that will be introduced is a very clerical-looking person. Going through the streets, heading up to the upper town, where the rich and noble live, is a cleric. Well, Emily, do you want to introduce your character? What she looks like? What she's like?
Yeah, is she on the screen, or do you want me to just talk about it?
I'll put her on the screen. You can start talking.
Okay. So my character is Victoria Sinclair. She is a grave cleric, and she was born and bred in Baldur's Gate. So this is where she has spent all of her life. She's had a bit of a start, so you could probably tell by her looks that she's a little bit different in some ways. Looks a bit ominous looking. I think the skulls and the red eyes kind of give her a bit of an aloof kind of aura, I suppose. She kind of given her a bit of a neutral alignment, so she's neither really good or particularly bad either. So she worships the Raven Queen, that's her deity, and her sole purpose in life is to do the Raven's Queen bidding, and that bidding for her is to ensure that souls that need to be passed over afterlife do through the Raven Queen, because the Raven Queen obviously picks certain souls if she finds a soul particularly interesting. Victoria might think, oh, Raven Queen will like that, and she could potentially hurry it along a little bit. But she does also preserve life. She's not scared of death due to everything she's been through and everything she does. She generally just has this kind of balance for life and death. So she'll heal and preserve life where she feels it needs to be. But at the same time, she doesn't fear death, and if it's someone's time, she will help them move on with Raven Queen in mind, of course. So she resides with a clergy of Raven Queen clerics, worshipping clerics, up in Baldur's Gate near the graveyards. And she kind of got like a little, kind of, like, not a priest house, but sort of a building where they all live in there, where they all reside and do all the work, all the grave cleric kind of work. I won't tell you too much about her backstory because that's kind of being revealed in terms of her parentage and stuff. But she does have one surviving relative, which is her father Walter, and they're extremely close. And he's also a cleric supporting the Raven Queen as well. But yeah, I think so far that's I'm going to reveal about Victoria.
So yeah, you've just left sort of the graveyard area of Baldur's Gate, and you're making your way up to the upper city.
Mhm.
Are you carrying anything else other than this ominous glass ball with the skull in it?
Yes, I don't know if I sent you the picture, but I have got a Raven Queen shield. So quite a simple shield, really, just kind of a regular shape. It's got sort of a silver edging, white background, and then a big black Raven Queen symbol right in the middle.
Which is literally just a big raven head.
Yeah, just a big raven head.
What's your armor like too? Are you wearing like light stuff or is it like
I'm
heavy
wearing
armor?
medium armor, but it's underneath. I quite like the Victorian. I've chosen the name Victoria Sinclair because I've wanted this kind of I can tell you my race. I am a Dampier. I wanted kind of sort of Victorian vibe, going on this traditional kind of old-fashioned Victorian kind of vampiric vibe. So I am wearing medium. It's underneath my clothing. So I'm wearing is it scale mail armor?
Mm-hmm.
No, chainmail. That's it.
Just doesn't cover her boobs, obviously.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's got some invisibility on it or something. But basically, I basically want myself to look like this, but with armor.
Yes.
Armor on.
With this room of D&D, we can wave the hand, and we all know if we've played online RPGs, the best armor always has like boob gaps.
Yeah.
I think there's more to this Dampier than meets the eye.
You just need to transmog the armor.
Wait, where can I
Generally
buy
used to
some
playing
armor?
mages, and so that's probably how I would dress my mage. But anyway, she is wearing kind of like a medium armor sort of underneath there, and she's got a shield, she's got medium armor, and like simple medium armor.
Oh,
And
what
then
weapon?
you'll notice that she's wearing the weapon is a mace. And you can tell that her arcane focus very clearly on the picture is this special orb. It's a little bit smaller than what it looks like on the picture. It's kind of pocket size. But she uses this to basically as her arcane focus to cast her spells, and she is very into necromantic kind of energies and that kind of like deathly kind of spells and vibe. She is a typical kind of gothic Victorian like girl.
Which is obviously what sticks out the most, and probably a lot of people from Baldur's Gate, even if they do know of you, will give you a glance like such a striking, very pale skin, jet black hair, and these bright red eyes instantly grab people's attention. There's probably hushed words as you go past
Yeah,
as
she
ominous
can.
as she is.
They might occasionally have seen me like kind of literally walking up buildings sometimes, which is a bit unnerving as well.
Who needs the door? I'm
Just-
going straight to my bedroom.
Yeah, it's just a normal thing in Baldur's Gate, probably, and that's not even a joke. It probably is.
Yeah.
She is very she does get misunderstood a lot, and I think that probably adds to her aloofness. I think she's used to people just automatically kind of giving her a bit of a wide berth, but she's quite alluring as well. So kind of this is kind of a bit of a balance. Some people kind of are attracted to her, not I don't mean in that way, but just kind of like intrigued. But then people are kind of whoa, kind of arm's length, kind of a bit worried about that. So she's kind of used to that's kind of what makes her a bit neutral. She's sort of her ancestry naturally makes her, in my opinion, a little bit neutral, but she's been nurtured really well by her father, that she has got a lot of positives as well. So she could be swayed either way in terms of her alignment, really, depending on how things go.
Excellent. So yes, you're making your way up into the upper city. Kind of the normal ramshackle houses are now kind of gone, and you see these much bigger, sort of posh-looking places. That's the best I can do without sounding insulting, I guess. And you soon come across. Let me change this to this rather ominous-looking house within a corner of the noble district itself. This is the place you've been called to and sent up to. So as you're approaching it, you do see another figure kind of stood outside. Maybe they're giving pause because it is an ominous looking place. Compared to some of the other ones, it gives off that kind of vibes of maybe not approach this one. Not that many people would approach the noble houses because the guards would cut down anybody that doesn't look like they belong. But you've been given a free pass. But the figure that is stood in front of this is another dark-clad and dark-haired female figure. Nat, do you want to describe your character?
Yeah.
If you can.
So, let me make this bigger. So, her name is Rowena Grimholt. Immediately upon looking at her, she is probably quite obviously some kind of caster. Specifically, she is a warlock. She has like these really piercing bright amber eyes. And she wears gloves, but you can kind of see at the neck of her armor, you can see like these black, like tendrily sort of tattoo almost. And it kind of like creeps up just one side of her neck, and kind of it's slowly encroaching on her face. Oh, pardon me. For the most part, it tends to be covered by her hair, but especially as she's walking and her hair's being pushed back, it is quite obvious, which kind of looks a little out of place. Looking at the rest of her, she's pretty dainty, and she doesn't look wholly sure of herself, but she seems to be walking with purpose, mainly because she's learned that is a one-way ticket to not get bothered, look like you're busy. But she is sort of like looking over her shoulder a lot, and like generally having a very good look at her surroundings.
So it's probably at that point that you two lock eyes. Oh, that's a good point. How tall are we, both of us?
I did have a height. Let me find it.
This is where we find out. I've done it.
I am 5'6".
5'6". Okay, pretty average.
She is a little tall.
What about Victoria? How tall's Victoria?
Well, I'm pretty tall, so I'll probably just give her I quite like the idea of her being quite tall, so I'd say she's about 5'9".
Okay. So I don't know how Rowena would react to this, but there's this 5'9", also dark-clad woman kind of strutting the same direction as you are, and as Amber and Red Eyes kind of lock. You understand you're both going to the same place. I don't know if you exchange any pleasantries.
I think I initially kind of just, wait for Rowena to see how she responds to me, because that's what I'm used to doing. Because people often give me different responses.
You definitely get a second and third glance, as she realizes that we seem to be walking the same direction. She initially looks mildly panicked, and then she's not really learned to control like how her emotions come across her face. So initially she looks mildly panicked, and then kind of like, no, don't be silly, there's plenty of reasons we're walking in the same direction, kind of thing. And you'll just kind of get a very sort of like short nod of acknowledgement.
Yeah, I'll nod back, and I quite like her style. She's got quite a similar style to me, gothic-y look. So I've already got a bit of a like a soft spot there. A bit of connection.
That famous
So,
phrase,
yeah,
"Odds of a feather."
Yeah, I'll kind of like, rather than spark up like a proper conversation, I'm not the most charismatic of people. I'd probably kind of just nod back and look up at the door and say, kind of imply, we're going in here? Like, as into, are you feeling about it? Kind of look.
As you both converge on the gate of the property, and you're just like, okay, well, we're both entering at the same time.
She'll just kind of sort of like step back, and you've probably reached the door a bit sooner than she did because you're taller. So she'll probably just kind of step back and just like gesture with her hand, like for you to go first, and she just sort of says, "After you."
I say, oh, thank you, and I'll just shuffle past and walk in.
Okay. So yeah, the door, you don't even get a chance to knock on the door. It looks like this butler-like guy was waiting for people to come, and as soon as you get close enough to knock on the door, it swings open. Well, both of the doors kind of like swing in, and this kind of elderly-looking man, I guess, in quite noble finery, obviously uniformed, not a noble in the fact that it's very rich clothing. But it looks well taken care of. He opens the door and kind of like gestures you in to this grand hallway. And as both of you enter, whoever goes first, he will announce, which I guess is Victoria. So he announces to the hall, Victoria Sinclair, and then when Rowena steps in, Rowena Grimholt. And in this hallway, you can see there's some other gathered guests. 3 of them. The first one, probably being the one that sticks out the most, is this small figure. I'm apparently just going in lady order, even though I was trying to be random about this. Rochelle, what do these 2 dark-haired women see as they glance around at the room?
So they'll see this lady of a shorter stature in very over the top outfit of feathers and leaves. Kind of matches where she lives, to be honest. She enjoys living in the forests and woodlands, and has made her own clothing out of items that she's found scattered throughout the woodlands on her journeys. She's got olive green skin and amber eyes, and is also of the magical persuasion. She's a wizard, but of the witch type. And she has a very large grimace on her face. She's also quite loud while shuffling about. And looks like she's causing a bit of chaos already.
I was going to say, there's probably a table in the middle that's got like little nibbly bits and stuff that they've put out. So there's those as well.
Yeah, she's not used to the social niceties that are expected at these formal events. So she's just grabbing all the hors d'oeuvres and not leaving much for anybody else.
Maybe the others are kind of like stood apart, like they're stood further back, just letting you go for it. One of which we'll move to our Mexican compatriot. Is that the right word? Who cares? Andres, do you want to describe your character?
Sure. So my character's name is Vrail. He's he's a human with white hair. Not super tall, just slightly above average. The thing that looks the most out of place in this place particularly, is his clothing. It's nothing like what everyone else is wearing. He's wearing a lot of natural materials, like as you can see there, yeah, leather, bone, feathers. The feathers are quite a bit more colorful than the ones Vilsi has. They're clearly taken from tropical birds. Nothing you would see around here, probably. And yeah, he's actually probably like trying to wrap himself in his little feather coat. Like he's cold. He's not used to this weather.
Literally, you when you come to the UK, it's like a nice summer day for us, but for you, you're like, this is freezing.
This is true. That is what happens. But yeah, that's the way he looks. He's a little bit reserved, not really talking to anyone, but analyzing what everyone's doing before making a move of any kind. Yeah, I'm not really sure how much more I should say, because
He looks like a normal human.
he looks he looks like just a guy. He's wearing weird stuff. I probably have my Ikulwa with me, which is like a short spear.
Wait, hang on. I've got
Not
the
much
thing
else,
here
though.
to tell you how to pronounce it. I assume that is the right way to say it, because a lot of this is based on like Aztec-y.
Yeah, it's strange, like pre-Hispanic, but also African in inspiration. E. coli, no.
E. coli.
No, I'm afraid not.
Definitely not E. coli.
Yes, I always carry my E. coli with me. I had something else I was gonna say, and
I do
I
apologise.
now have forgotten. No, that's fine.
We got distracted by the Yikulwa.
Ikulwa. Yeah, he's not wearing much in the way of armor, as you can see, which doesn't help with the cold.
No, he didn't come as well prepared as he. I suppose you wouldn't have any other clothes really when you're used to a climate that is just hot all the time.
Yeah, not really. Like he thought he knew what cold was, so when people told him like, "Hey, over here it's gonna be cold," he's like, "Yeah, okay,
I'll put my
I can deal with the cold. I just have this cloak, this feather cloak on. It'll be fine." But no, little did you know.
What's the climate in Baldur's Gate anyway? I didn't think it was super cold, or is it like...
in Baldur's Gate, it's probably like, I don't know, mid-France kind of weather. There would be a big difference between Baldur's Gate summers and where this guy's from. They don't really
Right, okay,
they don't
yeah.
really do winter there, so
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, as someone who lives in one of the two areas that actually inspired this place, our winters are like 26, 24 degrees.
Okay. Fair
and
enough.
that's like a good summer for the UK. Anyway, that's enough about real life. Yeah, so that's two strange figures down in this hallway. They do stick out a lot because it's very grand in here. Imagine like old, like smooth stone floors and grand wooden pillars and stuff like that. And these two guys don't really fit the whole noble Baldur's Gate sort of attire. So we go from two people covered in feathers to one person that actually has wings. Andy, do you want to describe your character and what they're up to? Is Andy
Andy muted.
Oh, I think Discord doesn't like your voice.
Yeah, I heard Hamna.
Just a little guy. Me alone. Just a little blue guy.
the littlest of guys.
So, I'm playing Thundered Forte. Will be a Mercy Monk when he finally gets to level 3. Yeah, just a little blue guy with wings.
Okay, the little blue guy with wings?
Do you
Yeah,
normally fly around, or are you just standing on a table or something?
They appear to be walking, but sort of gliding along the floor.
I see.
So it's like the scene from I hate myself for referencing this in Twilight when the vampires are walking fast and they're just like as if they're on the treadmills.
I am happy to say I don't know what you're referencing.
Neither do I.
It's a scene that sticks in my mind.
Neither
'cause it looks
neither do
so-
I.
It looks so silly when you actually see it because they're going quite fast, but they're walking like normal. So they obviously got them on like treadmill vehicles. So the vehicle itself is moving whilst they're walking slowly, and it just makes them. I don't know. It looks weird. Anyway, that's enough Twilight. How small is small for Tundred?
2 foot 1 inch.
Wow. Okay.
No.
Small.
Yeah,
Very,
teeny tiny.
very small. You probably
Small.
can't. You can probably only just see over the table where the hors d'oeuvres are, and probably see Vilsey on the other side, who's I guess probably a head taller than the table. Interesting sight.
Yeah, that's 140.
I don't think you're carrying much either, are you, Tundred? Like the others are probably carrying backpacks and other bits that are in them, but I think you're the one that's got like next to nothing on you.
100 has got more pouch on their lower back, but other than that, it's just what appear to be silken robes that jingle slightly when they move.
Classic
Nice.
Goku gi, so it weighs you down, so it makes you fight
Yeah, go with that. There's nothing hidden in these robes. There is no war in Ba Sing Se.
There is no war in Ba Sing Se.
No, you're kidding yourself. Cool. So that's you five now, kind of like mingled. So for the three that were already here, you've probably been waiting not longer than like 10 minutes, as people keep getting introduced into this hallway.
I would like to say the other two that were already here probably have a small little piece of parchment in their hand that Tundra has given them. And when the other two walk in, Tundra will walk up and say, "Children of light, for your mercy," and hand them parchment.
Rowena looks alarmed and looks down at the parchment.
Who did you hand it to? Sorry, was it just Rowena?
No, I think
both of you.
Yeah,
both of us. Yeah, I'm looking quite intrigued.
It's a pamphlet for the Order of Shining Light, outlaying the benefits to joining to absolve yourselves from the coming darkness. And and outlining the benefit of, shall we say, swift mercy for those non-believers.
I insight this.
sure.
The pamphlet.
Yeah, do the insight check.
I don't actually know what I'm rolling to oppose this.
What do you mean oppose? You're not lying.
Like,
yeah, but like, no, fine.
I would go with either persuasion or performance. Like, how persuasive you could be to try and convince somebody to join you, or if you have got a bit of a spiel and stuff to it, then performance works as well.
Session 1, the gang joins the cult.
Oh, jeez.
We don't get to see.
Dice have you created? 15 on the inside. Okay. I suppose the one thing that Victoria will get as soon as she picks up this this pamphlet is that this is a religion that doesn't necessarily impose against your own. It doesn't. It's not adverse to yours. It sounds like it's just a very, very different group to what yours is all about death. This one's, I guess, about living life. Andy, have you got anything like what would you give a little speech?
I'd say something that a cleric would probably pick up on quite easily is that there's no god mentioned on there.
Okay.
Okay. What is it asking me to do again? Sorry, what's it actually asking?
Tundred was asking you, well, not asking necessarily.
Just giving you something for your perusal, a bit of inspiration for your future self.
Oh,
And with your
okay.
insight check, you've seen this kind of thing before, not just from your own clerical group, but others, where they will hand out these kind of pamphlets to give people kind of insight into this religion, why you would consider it, that kind of thing.
That might be like, oh, I know it's always good to be, clued in on other religions and other ways of life similar to mine. Obviously, now we have a clergy for the Raven Queen. Other people have clergies for their own deities. I think she's quite interested in it, as opposed to if it's not an invitation to join, which she probably wouldn't. If it's just like a area of interest that she can study, then she's fine with that. She seems quite intrigued by it, and I'll ask Tundra, are you part of this group?
Yes.
Oh, and she does seem quite intrigued at this point. But there's no god mentioned, so none of the gods are you align your faith with.
We merely prepare those with mercy.
What does that mean? I think she's confused because it's very alien to her usual ways.
Merely prepare those with mercy for the coming end.
Okay. Mercy
We
implies
whisper to prepare the way for all the screaming that shall come.
screaming.
Hmm.
These people screaming. Do you have a lot to do with death?
No, we do not call death. We bring mercy.
He looks very confused. Turns to Rowena and says, "Have you heard of this? What do you make of it?"
Honestly, I'm not surprised.
Oh,
But
you dabble in this as well?
oh goodness, no. But there's a lot out there that is unexplainable.
Well, that is true. I just never heard of kind of religions that worship a god. It's just seems unusual.
It's probably a cult.
Oh, okay.
We are simply a group of like-minded people who agree that the end of the world is coming with the shining light,
Cult.
and we shall prepare the way for those with mercy.
Rowena's just nodding. She's just like, cult.
It's like slowly shifting out of frame.
I think Victoria would respond with to the statement of kind of like preparing them. Is it for death or preparing them to move on wherever? I think because obviously like her role as a grave cleric with the Raven Queen is passing souls over. And she's probably a little bit kind of not a bit worried about how she probably doesn't approve much necessarily of something that deviates from how she thinks it should. She thinks the Raven Queen should be the one that deals with that.
Well,
I think
yours is more what happens once the body has expired, right? You know all sorts of rites and rituals to pass people on and send them off to the afterlife. Whereas this seems to be more something of how to live your life which is not something that the Raven Queen's teachings really go into.
No. I think she's interested. She's intrigued by it. Confused about the lack of the god thing. All she's ever known is her life as this Raven Queen cleric doing the soul thing. That's it. So this is quite unusual to her. She doesn't quite know how to take it.
And Vilsey probably used hers as a napkin at one point.
I'm a little bit uncertain. I feel a little bit kind of like uncertain about it and about his character at the moment.
Okay. Well, a couple minutes pass by and nothing really happens. You just, the five of you in this room, I guess, just awkwardly sharing looks and, I don't know, waiting. Does anybody want to do anything else whilst they wait?
Rowena will nervously pick at the nibbles.
I'm loving the vibe of this place. So I'm really sort of like into everything, looking around, seeing taking it all in, really. Can I do a perception? Can I do like an investigation or perception? Is there anything of note that I can see in here, or anything of interest?
Sure. Well, it depends on how you're doing it. Are you getting like really deep into stuff? That would be investigation. If you're just going to like stand and kind of like glance around, do perception instead.
I'll probably do investigation.
And whilst that's happening, what were you going to say, Andres?
Oh,
I was going to ask what the nibbles in question were.
This is stuff that you wouldn't really know because you're from far away. Maybe nibbles aren't even a thing. So it's like, what are the really pretentious kind of things?
What, nibbles?
Yeah, like...
Bombay.
What?
No. What would Bombay mix be in Faerun instead?
Fried crickets, like, I don't know, full on wheat pods, fried. I guess. No idea.
I suppose probably similar, maybe Bombay mix, but no, I was thinking more the pretentious. You know, when you go to these weddings that have like really
Canapes.
Canapes, that's the word I was looking for. Yeah, there's like canapes as well.
It's posh nibbles.
Like like thin salmon
Fish
on
eggs,
little
eggs.
Yeah, fish egg stuff.
Like really expensive fish
Caviar.
eggs.
Yeah,
That's
there'll
the
probably
one.
be some
Caviar.
caviar stuff on those little like
Everything's on a little puff pastry thing.
Yeah, there might even be like a tiny little pie, and that's the one thing that you really think is like, okay, we've got these back home. We know what pies are, and you go to pick up and eat it, and it's like, I don't know, egg and cress or something, and it's just the grossest thing you've ever eaten.
I would probably take the little slices of salmon. Like, I don't take the whole canapé thing. I just grab the salmon and eat that.
It's so thin as well. You taste it, but it does not feel any kind of hunger or anything like that. It's just so thin.
I just immediately swallow it whole. I don't even attempt to taste it.
Just straight over the tongue.
Yep.
That's it.
Victoria kind of looks around if there's any fresh meat on the table. Any rare steaks around.
What's the one's called? Steak tartare. There probably is like a little canapé of that.
I'm gonna wolf that down.
That's the closest you get. Okay, straight down with the almost raw steak. Sure.
I give her an approving smile. An approving smile.
Does Victoria smile back?
Yeah, I think so. I think she's quite happy that somebody doesn't look at her both appearance and her a desire for blooded meat with a smile rather than disgust.
Well, for Vrail, when you do smile, and it's very noticeable when you do have these very sharp fangs as your canines, that's probably something you recognise from back home. Not so much
Feline.
the red eyes, but definitely fanged people. That's.
Ooh. I might just suddenly stop eating and then
Just suddenly.
and just kind of slowly walk up to Braille. And I don't know if I can. I don't want to kind of say the words. Are you a vampire or something? But I want to kind of see if there's an understanding. I might smile back and show him my fangs and just be like, "Is there an understanding here? Are we of the same kind?" Because I've not actually told anyone else yet.
Braille will simply. I mean,
How do you
he
respond to
seems.
my fangs?
Yeah, I'm thinking. So if you're not saying it, you're just.
No, because I'm not actually told any of the others. I was not planning on, but then when I see your fangs, I'm thinking, "Ooh."
Fair enough. Fair enough. Braille looks a little intrigued. He,
Trails
he's
a
not sure if
werewolf,
he
and this
catches
is Team
exactly
Edward,
your
Team
meaning,
Jedward all
but,
over again.
Oh no!
but yeah, he's intrigued. He seems, he doesn't seem put off by it at all. Like he's relaxed about having a fanged person walk towards him.
Okay. I instantly feel more at home with this person, so I'm going to kind of, as I said, her charisma isn't brilliant, but I am going to kind of naturally lean towards being nearer to him. I think because I feel there's some element of familiarity there that makes me feel a bit safer.
Well, yeah, so far he seems to be the one person that kind of matches your vibes. Clothing-wise, completely different, but...
I like the schools, though. The schools kind of represent death, which is what I'm all about.
Yeah,
So.
he seems to be covered in all sorts of bone, from various animals as well, not just, like, skulls.
Bones are interesting.
But your other choices are a human that doesn't seem to
They
want
are.
to talk to anybody, a goblin that is apparently making the biggest mess on the table possible, and the smallest cultist you have ever met. But
Well,
this is an adventure
the options,
party.
yeah, the options are a little out there, but I'm glad to be the one that's been chosen.
Well, funnily enough, at this point is the door opens again, and the butler issues somebody in, and they're probably the most normal looking out of this entire party. Jamie, your character is ushered into the main hall as the rest of them watch as this newbie comes in.
I guess, yeah. I'm playing Zhang Wei. He's a human. He just walks into the room and has a look around and looks like he's about to select his next video game character. Or perhaps a man who walked into the wrong party and accidentally stumbled into a circus freak show and takes a look around, realizes he is in the right place. You guys see, I guess, simple clothing, sort of like a leather jacket. Underneath seems to be like chainmail. Slung to his belt seems to be a well-used dagger, a selection of hand axes, and I guess slung around his back on got a big leather strap, as well looks to be an enormous crossbow. And it seems to be partially covered by it seems to be like a straw hat. Facially, he looks visually like he's travelled a long way. He looks like he's from the distant lands of Karator, but with a thicker load of facial hair and his medium sort of length hair sort of slicked back. He kind of walks into the room, looks into the room, makes intense eye contact with every single one of you, nods his head, and takes the dried fish he's slung off of his back and kind of places it on the table next to the nibbles, and then grabs some, I guess, small piece of caviar from the dish. Like he's too comfortable, and then walks into a corner and stands and waits.
Yeah, there you go. There is our most normal of adventurers that has just come in. This party is wild. Does
I'm
it?
relatively normal.
Well, I don't know. The amber eyes and like the clothing choices. Even amongst
Reminds me of
humans,
like
I
a
think
catcher
it's-
game.
Yeah.
Catcher game when you just unlocked all these characters. It's like,
Yeah,
I think I'll sorry, go for it now.
no, I was gonna say I say normal, but she does have like a tattoo up her neck. and
Oh, you know.
like coming, yeah, she has like a swirling, like tenderly black tattoo that comes up one side of her neck, and it kind of like it's like creeping onto her face.
Ooh.
You do have two tiny, strangely colored people around, so
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Why did
I am
you-
one of the more normal
Yeah.
ones.
yeah. You're gonna tell me the green and blue person are not strangely colored? We've been through this.
oh,
What are you trying to say about my skin? It's perfectly normal. Thank you very much. You need to be a bit more polite. Says Vilsey,
Why?
just like completely ravaging the table.
I was not aware that this conversation was in character, but of course.
You hear a
I made-
and
I made it
acknowledgement
in
from Charlie
character.
distance.
Vilsey
Hundred
was-
wants to know if he can perception spot our fangs.
Sure, yeah, sure. As you guys smiled at each other, go for a perception check. Also, Vilsey was so powerfully looking at Braille that she just heard his thoughts about her being a weirdly colored creature.
To be fair,
She-
I am psychic, so
You
She
act
could
so
just
like
see it in your face.
Yeah. That's a man that judges people by their skin color.
this guy is racist. And I can tell by the way he looks.
We're all being heavily judged right now.
Yeah, for sure. The pie's already at each other's throats. So- Well, there's 6 of you now, and you're all kind of like gathered round. It doesn't take long before this kind of like butler-looking gentleman sort of comes to the centre and bows and goes, "The lady will see you now." And so he begins like kind of taking you up. So the uniformed attendant leads you up to a grand staircase straight up to the 3rd floor, then ushers you into a wood-panelled room with a fireplace, comfortable chairs, and a heavy table bearing goblets and bottles of wine. The darkly panelled walls are hung with maps and sea charts. Racks, shelves, and cabinets hold hundreds more rolled up maps and charts. A person is seated in an overstuffed chair near the fire. You can't discern a gender because only the person's head emerges from under a heavy blanket draped over the chair, and an embroidered hood and silver mask conceal the wearer's face. Let me change the scene. She's not the only... I instantly gave away her gender.
Well,
How dare you assume her gender?
I did say the lady will see you now, so
Yes, there is that too.
So the butler's to blame.
I mean, I don't know. There's no need to. She identifies as a lady and blah blah blah. But yeah, you can't see this person. This is the person you're faced with. I hope everybody can see this. I probably should have checked beforehand. The screen's not black for everybody else.
Nope.
Good.
It works.
yeah.
So yeah, this is the figure you could kind of like see in this room. But not the only figure that's in here. There is another one stood here, and yes, it does look a bit like Vega. I thought the same. Let me bring up your thing whilst you describe this tall, armored figure that's there, Pete.
Sorry, where am I in the room roughly?
That was the other one. You're probably stood next to her. You've just been talking to Syndra herself. So as you're ushered in, you two are probably like just finishing up your conversation. I mean, you can choose whether you want to be sat down.
So he looks. You may need to do the helmeted one there.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not doing.
Yes. I don't know where that is. Well, he's a big boy. There is a large black armored figure standing sort of behind and to the side of the masked one. And there's a glowing gold light coming from within the visor. The helmet's firmly on, and there seems to be like a flowing sort of dark cloak coming out sort of over the armor. On his back, there's several weapons strapped. A couple of tridents, a shield,
Just
and
a couple.
yeah, and several, and like a quiver of javelins. And he just radiates menace. And I don't know. You can hear the breath coming through the visor. He's probably. Did I say he was like 6'5" and broad-shouldered? Like,
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you gave a number, but you did say he was a big boy.
yeah, he's pretty big.
So now we've got a number to how big he is.
Yeah.
So possibly the tallest out of everybody. I don't know if we got an actual size out of Braille, but certainly not 2'1".
No, I said I was only slightly above average height, so definitely not as tall as this guy.
So like 6 foot-ish. I think Jamie, did you just say 5'10" for Shang?
Yeah. Looks like.
Yeah, he just wrote it. Yeah.
As some of the members walk in, some of the more perceptive of you might notice that the knight's hand goes to the hilt of his sheathed longsword and just rests there a little bit too, I don't know, what's the word? He seems very on edge, is what you would guess.
Well, to kind of like alleviate this, the robed figure on the chair sort of weakly holds up their hands and to you and then like the rest of the group and just says, "Help yourselves to wine and seat yourselves, friends. I hope I may call you that." And they issue like sort of like signal to the various very comfortable looking sofas and chairs around this room.
As she says the word friends, you see the knight gives sort of a questioning look almost to the figure.
She just gives you kind of like a nod.
In a thick sort of Eastern accent, he just asks out of nowhere, "Why the mask?"
Well, I'm sure you've heard of this death curse going around, and this is what we'll talk about as we go. I unfortunately am one that is suffering from it, and well, I don't want to unsettle you with my visage at the moment. As my old compatriot, shall I call him? And she signals to you, Miriam. I was an adventurer years ago. I died once and was raised from the dead. I've since closed the door on that stage of my life, and as you can see, this is what I've put my money into. But now, due to the death curse, I'm wasting away by the day.
I turn to her and I say, I perk up at this and I say, and one of the members of my clergy is the same. He was resurrected, brought back to life by myself actually, and now it's wasting away. She seems really interested in this and wants to help the situation.
The hooded figure kind of like looks towards you. You can't see like the eyes or anything through the mask, but they kind of like softly nod, giving off this sort of caring, stricken kind of demeanor. And then she just says, "Yes, the death curse is the talk of all the towns everywhere. I don't know how much longer I'll last before I perish, but many have fallen to this. Anybody resurrected in this way are not just those that are now living, but also those undead, liches and other sorts, that their souls have been bound to bodies are suffering the same. Something is pulling their souls away, as if the death they cheated once is now coming back to claim them.
Yes, the Raven Queen is most displeased with this, especially the liches. She cannot stand them, as you know. I will do anything to help. As I said, one of my very beloved clergy members is the same. This camp, the whole order of life and death is disarray. It needs to be fixed. I will do anything to help.
I deny your claim. If it's killing witches and the dead that we despise, and killing those who cheat death, why deny your claim?
It's killing good people too.
Probably more so. You probably know that there is a lot more people that were resurrected using revivify or resurrection spells in a good way than there are liches in the world.
Yes, liches are abominations. But there are many good people, including my very beloved clergy member, who does not deserve this.
And let me rephrase it as well. It is only those that have been, their souls have been reintroduced to the world. Other undead are not affected. Those brought up by necromancy and controlled, it has no effect on them. It is purely the soul that is being drained away. It's confusing all of the mages and clerics are all over the world.
It sounds like it might be a vermin problem. Do you think?
Possibly, my little friend.
Yes, well, I know what saps people of their energy. Children vermin.
Yes, I've heard the same thing myself. I've never had the urge to reproduce, but I've heard many. It ages you incredibly. Maybe it's the same effect.
Well, I'll be happy to help out in any way I can.
Well, each of you have been summoned for specific reasons. You, my dear Vilsey, I believe you would be very useful, for the lands you're going to do contain many other goblins, and your witchcraft as well would be entirely useful in this situation.
Yes, I'm very skilled in witchcraft, especially to capture my enemies.
Let me guess, children.
Vermin!
Oh, sorry, vermin. Well, okay. Well, let me tell you more. I have contacts in the Harpers. The High Harper herself has looked into this, and they've learned that the cause of the Death Curse is some kind of necromantic artifact called the Soulmonger. According to their sources, this Soulmonger is somewhere within Chult, and Vrail, that leads directly into why I have summoned you here, to send you back to your old homeland. I'm sure that these kind people will also help you in your own personal quest if you can help us, and you will be rewarded, of course.
Well, I will certainly be glad to go back home, even in its current state. And, well, of course, I shall do anything I can to help you, hoping I can tie some loose ends along the way as well.
How much? What is your life worth to you?
My life? Well, certainly more than any of yours.
No, not yours. The last person.
Ah. Then forget you heard that.
Wow.
He looks at you, raises an eyebrow, remembers. It's always like logged it into some mental diary. and then looks at the last man as though doesn't say anything. You just know the question wasn't meant for you.
Zheng Wei will remember this.
-1 reputation.
Well,
Tundra will go over and hand them a pamphlet and simply say, as walking away, any mercy given for but a donation.
well, if we're talking compensation at this stage, I will gladly promise each of you a specific item from my care, rare artifacts that I've gained from many years of adventuring. Each one of you will receive one of these items, but I can certainly pay you in gold now if that would also alleviate your worries.
I think that would be a smart idea. How will you expect us to pay our way around if we have no money?
Very true, my young goblin friend.
Ship to shop.
Can Victoria just glance over it? Sorry, is it Vilsey or Rochelle's character?
Yeah,
Vilsey. Does she gauge that some of those skulls in her outfit are very small, then belonging to potential babies and children?
Potential babies.
They could be
Potentially
known.
belonging to babies and children.
It could be
That may
half
have
of
been
it.
unintentional. They may be monkeys,
Yeah.
capuchins,
They
Very
could be
serious
adult
humans.
gnomes. It's fine.
Yes.
There's
I just
also a
kind of
kind of
put
skull
on
in your focus.
Yeah, there is a
That's-
skull. There's an oddly, very, very human-sized skull at the end of your staff.
Yes.
Do a medicine check, Victoria, to see if you can figure out what kind of skulls Vilsey is accommodated.
Quiet.
Was that a natural 20? Oh no.
No.
It got stuck on my screen. I'm just going to bring up Vilsey's character artwork again, just so it.
The 14.
I'd also point out that Vilsey is like 3 foot, so her head herself is like, I don't know, smaller than average, and those ones are tiny in comparison. I also point out that skull on the end of the staff is got very sharp teeth.
Oh yeah,
like fangs almost.
Huh.
Recurring thing, apparently.
Lots of fangs.
Well, yeah, some of these skulls are tiny. Victoria, you would probably know. Yes, there's a very strong chance that these skulls that she has on are well, they're more formed than adults. You probably think they're possibly more halfling or gnome children. They're not not babies.
I think at this stage, I take note, and are just really kind of freaked out and keep my distance now. We will talk about this, but just not now.
I'll also point out the rest of her outfit. A lot of it looks like scrounged up materials, so it doesn't necessarily mean that she's
Just had a good time in a graveyard.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just thought this will look so good on my outfit.
They're not
Best
using
stay away from my graveyard.
I was going to say that's even worse for Victoria. Like she's desecrated a graveyard.
Oh yeah.
But yes, Sindra kind of like holds up a hand and waves at the butler, and kind of like mimes something. And he shuffles off, disappears for a second, and then comes back. I've now got it in my head. He comes in with a tray and it's just got like 7 pouches of gold on it and puts it on the table for each of you. You can all add.
You guys might be surprised that there's 7 and not 6. By the way, it implies
Yes.
where I'm going with you.
Yeah, the figure that was in the room as well does appear to receive a gold pouch worth. You can all add 50 gold pieces to your sheets. I can see all your little things flying around now.
We just made profit.
You did. 50 gold.
So, How much electrum is that?
Oh!
Fuck yeah.
Fuck, I can't do the maths in my head. If it was
I think
in
it's 100.
yeah, it would be. wouldn't
Electrum
it?
is 5 silver, right?
It
So-
just instantly fucks with my head as soon as you try to put electrum into it.
Electrum is the original coin metal. Therefore, it's the only real one.
The only real currency. Maybe I'll
Yep.
do a campaign that purely goes off of electrum at one point. That wouldn't that
You
be
should.
funny?
So it'd be 100 electrum. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, if you want to
I'm gonna
add it as
join you.
electrum. But
I'm gonna join you in this quest.
It was like a
everything is going to be paid for in electrum.
Also, Vrail, you would know that if you're accepting electrum, they don't accept it as legal tender in Chult.
What do you mean?
We need to use Chilton electrum, not
It's very specific.
Aldese electrum.
They won't accept it otherwise.
It's not proper sterling.
No, it's like taking a Scottish banknote down to London.
Yeah,
They
I
will
was
not
gonna
accept it.
It's such bullshit.
But the economy surely works on the actual value of the metal, not the imagined value.
Oh,
No.
how do you? Plastic papers really have the same
Do we have a stock market in D&D?
Yeah, that's exactly how it works.
It's just like a dragon somewhere just eating electrum by the bucket load. Just like,
Can I invest my electrum, please?
Yeah, I would like to invest in grave diggers. I feel like the business is booming.
I like to think that the electrum coin, as it is, actually costs more to make.
If,
than a gold
if we're going to
coin.
be in Chult,
People hate it
I'd like
so
to
much,
invest
they
in
don't
an
like it.
embalmer's agency. Like, I heard their trade value is going up quite well, and the
Might be a big thing.
creation of mummies is really coming out.
Sindra.
All that mummy flesh that they want to snort.
Sindra continues. For those who don't know, Chult is a peninsula ringed with mountains and choked with rainforests. Enormous reptiles, hostile goblins, and an army of undead prowl its jungles and ruins. Mapping the place has always been nigh impossible, and nothing is known about the region's current geography beyond a few miles from the coast. But this is also why I bring in a ranger friend here who could be of incredible value in searching unmarked territories of jungles and possibly hunting creatures of incredible size. If anybody knows what a dinosaur is, fearsome creatures, the lot of them.
I think because I've kind of taken a bit of a liking to Braille, I might be a bit more comfortable with this. I'll turn to Braille and I'll say, okay, so your homeland, well, it's good to have somebody who knows the place well enough. It sounds a bit intense. What do you think?
It is.
How do you think our chances would fare?
Well, I have yet to see any of you in action, but you do seem skilled. It's certainly worth a shot. I've seen much worse adventuring parties go in. Generally, only around half of them come out.
Right.
But if we play it smart, we might get far. I have to say, even I am not fully aware of every place we're gonna have to go to and where everything lies.
All the undead sounds interesting, though.
Oh, you will get your fill of undead very, very fast.
Maybe the Raven Queen might be interested in some of this. Yay. Interesting.
Well, let's just say I am cautiously optimistic about our chances for now.
Okay. Anything to get rid of this curse.
Indeed, that's why I put together this particular team. You may not have worked together before, but I believe in all of your different skills, and please, well, I speak for you, Vrail, use his knowledge of Chult itself. He could be invaluable in this case, knowing how to survive the dangers and what kind of creatures you will see. As I say, these dinosaurs are particularly fearsome, and mix in the undead, well, put the two together. It's pretty...
Undinosaurs.
Undinosaurs. Welcome to Jurassic Undead.
Let's go.
But right now you want to go right this second? I've not finished yet.
Apologies.
Oh, I do like her spirit.
Victoria just gets up and just starts walking out already, just like, yeah.
Yeah, she's like, well, you said that's to the south, let's go.
Where is it?
Hold on, I've got a ship chartered and everything. Just sit back down, I've not finished quite yet. And please stop me
Sorry,
asking
my
more
son.
questions that you have. So, working from dozens of sea charts, logbooks, and explorers' journals, I've assembled everything known about the current state of Chult onto one map. I'll provide it to you if you undertake my mission. And she kind of like brings it out and shows you. Essentially, it shows like the island itself. Actually, I probably could share this on the screen, even though it does look a bit terrible on this. Is this the right one? Oh no, ignore that one. It is not the right one. That'd give you all of the secrets.
It's all black.
Oh no.
It was all black. so
Oh,
it's
that's good.
It's all black.
No, I viewed that one. That was a map I made earlier that has all the details on it.
The stream started. But...
Yes, the stream
You
started.
can right here.
You can go.
Yes, it did.
We found it
Well.
already. We found the gem game over.
Here's
for some
what I
reason
made
it doesn't-
earlier.
It doesn't have the player's version of the Chult map on here.
Oh,
That's
I do.
Oh, that's weird.
You've got map. It says map Chult there.
Yeah, I know it says map Chult there. That reveals the whole thing. It's
What's
not
that
like-
though?
It's not the one I've got in here. I'll have to put it over at some point. Let's take you back. To
Right, I'll map your shot for you.
have to go back up. Sorry about that. I got the wrong map out. Don't look at that one. Anyway, it shows essentially the island itself, but it only shows like a couple miles into the island. All of the central bit is just completely void.
I roll a perception check to see that if that was the real map he had out. The full one.
the full one was not there. Don't worry about that one. But yeah, so essentially it just shows you all the coast, and there's little bits of island and stuff coming off of it, various different areas. And you can see on the southern parts of it, it kind of reveals like a more volcanic sort of area.
Yeah.
And there's stuff like listed on there. There's a small island that is literally just one big volcano called the Cauldron. There's a bay down at the bottom called Snapping Turtle Bay. And then kind of in the middle, there is listed some volcanoes there, which are called the Peaks of Flame. If you go further up, kind of on the western side, there's the Kobold Mountains, and then much more up to the north, there's the Mist Cliff Mountains, and a small island off of there called Mother of Mists. Right at the top, there's the Bay of Chult. This is probably the most filled-in area, where there's a place called Belurian right at the top, sort of a little bit inland within the forest itself. And then sort of within the Bay of Chult itself, which is surrounded by these two sort of like, not archipelagos, because they're islands. What's the word I'm looking for? Little bits of sticky out land that are coming out. And that forms the bay.
Peninsula?
Peninsulas, that's the one. So yeah, it's sort of, that forms the Bay of Chult in the middle of this place called Port Nyanzaru, which is like listed in very bold lettering. Like you would do with a city or something on most maps. That's listed at the top. She points towards this part, and there's a lot of area around that's listed, various different other ports and camps. But as soon as you start going further south, there's no details whatsoever. Port Nyanzaru, that is the place we will be going, and setting up shop, as it were. I'm going to stay with the.
Coming with us?
Yes, I will come with you. I might as well. I can offer whatever aid
Oh.
I can. Not that it's much. I'm withered away at this point.
No, not.
I can curry favor with one of the princes of trade there. That's who I will be staying with. His name is Wakanaga Otom. Butchering this already. Wakanaga Indabeninging.
Beginning.
I'm sorry, but you cannot make fun of my political leaders of my country, okay?
I apologize. Wakanga Otamu. I'm going to say it in my normal voice because then I can actually say it. He's one of the.
What did I just say?
Indabeninging.
Be careful. Be careful.
He's one of 7 merchant princes who rule the city. I will stay with him. He's a good friend, but I can offer you some help from there.
Well,
Can we ride a dinosaur?
I've heard you can. I heard they hold races within Port Nyanzaru itself. These
They do.
dinosaurs are used as what's the word?
mounts.
Just always says that.
Mounts and those things. Whatever you call them when they lead a cart. They do all
What's that?
that.
What's this?
Oxen. Is it called
I-
red animals?
They
Yeah,
use
but the
them
name is
like
the-
oxen, I suppose.
Draft
These
animals.
birds.
Draft!
horses.
They have
Draft.
instead of
Draft.
draft animals, they have draft dinosaurs. Yes.
Wow, dinosaurs are animals.
No, they're not. They come from a different time. Wait, they're the same time period. Well, I don't know. In the monster manual, they do actually count as beasts, like other beasts. So I don't know why we're treating them differently.
Because,
Well, clearly, because they're cooler.
Yeah, this is true.
Anyways, yes, you can. It's quite fun to gamble at the dinosaur races.
Yeah, there you go. You could possibly use that 50 gold and make more. Not that I ever.
I would like to.
Turn it into 5,000 gold. Let's go. Let's go to the casino.
Joe looks at Vrail and goes, "How can one ride these dinosaurs?"
Well, I am no specialist. I am not very
must
familiar
take one.
with how to charm one, but we can definitely find someone who can tell you more.
He nods.
And Vrail probably knows the different
Thank you.
kinds as well. Like there's obviously the bipedal ones, and then
Yes, you can get sauropods.
that's
Though those are not very good for races. They're kind of slow. Very big though. Very good for stomping people, I suppose.
they're probably the best ones that they would use as draft animals as well. Those
Yeah.
sorts. Not that they would be used in the races themselves, but there's also pterosaurs as well.
I don't know if those are allowed. I think only land.
Yeah, only the
dinosaurs are
land
allowed.
dinosaurs are allowed in the races, but you do know of people using pterosaurs to as transport within Chult.
Yeah.
See, dinosaurs only exist within Chult. It's like the Madagascar of our world.
We get to keep all the cool shit.
Yeah, instead of lemurs though, they've got dinosaurs.
I'll turn to Vrail and say, have you ridden a dinosaur before?
Well, no, I have never had the opportunity to.
I looks at
That
you
was
with like wide eyes.
that was a little above my possibilities. I never had the money to get one.
It's a dinosaur.
Well, you shall see relatively soon. I'm not sure how many days of sailing it takes to get here, but which I should because I came here. But you know,
John looks at Sindra. Says, you mentioned equipment. If we are to prepare, we should do this quickly.
Sorry, I only caught part of that. Well,
I said you mentioned equipment, and if we are to prepare, we should do this immediately.
yes, I would like us to set off today. Everything is prepared. The ship is ready to sail. If you need to buy any equipment, obviously, those that are local to Baldur's Gate know that you can find pretty much anything here. But any equipment that you need, well, you've got your gold right now.
Thank you.
I feel like I am sufficiently equipped already.
I think I've got what I need, actually. Although I do want to go and pop back to my clergy and say farewell to my father before we leave.
Are there any further questions before we set off? It's going to be a while, I assume. So yes, if you have your farewells to say, please say them now. It will take us approximately 5 days to sail down to Chult, and then I do not know how long your mission itself will take. I'm hoping not long, because I don't know how long I've got. It's already been 6-10 days since this all seemed to begin.
Well, I sure hope you can. I sure hope you can hang in there a little bit, because have you ever been to Chult? It's quite a big place.
Well, I know from this map that I totally didn't have the full map set out for, that it is a big place, and obviously a lot of it uncharted. But this, at least we know specifically where your target is within here. Vrail, if you have any ideas on a more exact place, then that would be good. We've had no other information from inside.
I might, but I would need to speak with some people back home.
Okay, well, that's exactly what I will leave to you when we get there. I have my contacts. There's already some harpers within Nyanzaru itself. I can set you up with them. The Red Wizards of Thay have been seen there as well. I wouldn't necessarily say it's the best course of action, but they might know some things themselves. Having an affinity with Undead, that is.
Perhaps. I don't believe there's anyone I need to say my goodbyes to. I barely know anyone around here, so if that's all right, I will go ahead and wait for everyone at the port.
I do not have from the land, so I will wait for you in the tunnel as well.
I'll come with you.
Just awkwardly tail them. Don't have a conversation with them. Just
yeah. She just follows. She just follows like a little puppy. She don't know one here. She doesn't. She don't know what.
What?
What?
Are you okay now?
You don't know anyone
She
here.
don't. Yeah, she don't know anyone here.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go with that one.
I was trying to say she don't know no one here, and it just didn't sound. It just sounded wrong.
Shell goes and gathers his equipment from the other room, gathers his hat, puts it on his head, just starts heading out towards the docks. You see, he seems to have like 4 chickens tied up outside. And he gathers them up, slings them over his back, tied with their feet, and you just hear the as he walks off.
I think Vrail's just fallen in love with you. He keeps his meat.
What?
Because he keeps his meat.
Oh,
fresh.
he does keep it very, very fresh. This is true.
Tandra's gonna stay behind and this person a little bit, try and convince them to choose a way of mercy rather than continuing on with their suffering.
Okay. Fine. So Sindra is probably like will stay sat and let the butler get the final preparations ready as you just yap at her about the way and taking this out. She'll keep reassuring you that she's pretty sure you guys will be able to solve this. So hopefully she won't have to take that measure.
Nice to have options.
I don't know if anybody else wants to do anything. I know Victoria's going to go say bye to her peeps over.
I was going to just before I was going to go. I was just looking through my stuff, seeing if I could do anything just to support this dying, withering man as a cleric before I leave. I don't know if healing works. I know that he can't be resurrected, but does healing work on somebody with the curse?
So this is a good time to ask questions as well. Sindra will tell you that if damaged, yes, they can be healed, but as time goes on, their general health deteriorates until the point where they just die, and they can't. They're so weak that they just expire.
I was just wondering if I could give her a boost of anything, but I can't really think of much I can do other than like healing word of curings, which might not really work.
General boosts can work. She'll tell you that she's had some of her people casting aid on her.
I don't have aid.
That increases
yet,
health
sadly.
in general, so that helps. But after time, it's not doing enough.
Yeah.
She's already
And
lost a good half of her. Like she's.
When do I get health? Aid, sorry.
When do I get health? Aid's level 2 spell, I think.
Yeah.
How come I've not got aid? I'm sure I said I was going to take aid. We're level 2 now, aren't we?
It's a level 2 spell.
No, level 2 spell. So it's.
I see.
It's
I see what you mean. Right.
Slots.
Yeah, I don't think there's much really other than just general healing I can really.
Yeah, she'll say thank you for the thoughts of it, but there's ways to sort of relieve it, but to get it gone altogether, that's the ultimate goal, because it's just a very slow and withering kind of thing that's going on. As a meta point, she's an archmage, but she's got half the health of an archmage due to the curse itself and how long it's been.
Okay.
Just to say it out loud, the death curse itself, anybody that's been resurrected loses one hit point per day from their max. So if you did have it, it can.
How long has she had the death curse for?
It's been a few weeks, like she said before. They think it's been 10 days. So 10 days.
So 60 days.
Yep, 60 days. Around.
Oh
That's
shit!
a lot of HP.
I need to redo my age if that's the case.
I might just put my hands on her shoulders.
Imagine your parents and your kid just got resurrected like after an accident, and then they have like 4 HP, and then 4 days later they die.
Exactly, and you probably have heard these stories of children that were
rise from the dead and not their parents.
Or not just children, but any kind of like any commoner that's been brought back in that kind of way, or noble, even nobles of certain standing.
No one cares about nobles.
No, but yeah, anybody that's been resurrected in that way, they will die from this. But
I'm sorry, Pete. Why do you have to change your age? Is it measured in weeks?
Yeah, Pete's age is. He's an Aarakocra in disguise.
Well,
I see.
You don't know that yet, but yeah.
You are a birdman? Okay, fair enough.
And also, just to point it out again, that's only for the people that have been resurrected before the death curse set in. Anybody afterwards, they just can't be resurrected. No matter what they died of. There is no revivify does not work. True resurrection doesn't work. Even Well, Wish is probably powerful enough to break through it, but that's kind of seems like a waste to be able to cast something else like that. Just using.
I think I'm
Wish.
going to put my hand on her
Wow.
shoulder and do a bit just before I leave to go and speak to my father, who's at Walter, and put my hand on her shoulder. Is it he or she? Sorry,
She.
she. Hand on her shoulder, and I'm just going to like very quietly say a Raven Queen prayer over her, and then head off towards my my home to say my goodbyes.
She'll pat your hand, say thank
as you reach towards her, I guess my hand would reach to intercept, and then hearing you start praying, I would relax my hand.
Look at you like, what are you doing?
Yeah, just like, how dare you
What
touch
are you doing? Yeah. Just like obviously like he'd be able to hear me do my prayer. I'm not loud with it, I'm quite quiet, but it is very clearly a Raven Queen sort of blessing. Basically
Ooh.
she's trying to kind of imply in her head this prayer that should she die during the time that we're in Chilton, we don't manage to save her, the Raven Queen will know what to do with her, and kind of giving her a bit of a reassurance of it's gonna be okay.
It's like that guidance to the afterlife kind of thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like you will be all right should this happen. But obviously, we want to preserve life where we can, so we'll do everything we can to save her as well.
With being so close to Morian, would she performing this kind of action? Would she have any sort of feelings?
Ooh.
You mean in the positive sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Because it's a positive interaction.
So I guess she would feel kind of giddy.
It's like a lightness. Victoria feels this sort of like almost like there's an extra hand. You know, normally when you do your prayers and stuff for people, you'll feel the presence of the Raven Queen, which is like a somber and sort of not depressing by any means, just that sort of like quiet reflection
peaceful
sort of thing. Yeah, peaceful sort of thing. But in this one, you feel like there's something extra there. Like what you're doing is really nice, friendly, kind, and there's like this push to it where you get almost like a rush of endorphins, I suppose, and it makes you feel really good. Not just from the normal case of blessing somebody, and that's what you would do in general.
I tell that's coming from Marine.
No, Marine.
It's Morian.
Marine, isn't it Marine? How do you pronounce it?
Morian.
Mary.
Sorry, Morian. Can I tell it's coming from Morian?
It's purple. It's not Marine. It's purple. No, you wouldn't. Like, what
Okay.
you're feeling, you would make no connection whatsoever to Morian. It just feels like it's coming from your prayer, and it's almost like that. I wouldn't say it's unsettling. It's just not normal when you usually do this kind of thing. But you've got that little extra boost. You just feel good.
Awesome.
Does anybody else want to ask any questions before departing?
I don't. I am.
No.
Accepting this mission.
I am ready to get going.
As they're leaving, I'll do a thing.
Yeah, as is Vilsey.
And Morian just murders Syndra.
After attempting to persuade her to unalive herself, I will leave and head back to my captor.
This would be very merciful.
So, P, what are you doing? Is this a secret or?
They can hear. They might hear it, depending on
As they're leaving,
how
kind of thing.
Yeah. So, like, as they turn to go, you hear the shifting of weight from the armor the first time he's properly moved. And Morian kneels down beside the hooded figure and takes her, like, sort of gently clasps her hand with his, and just very quietly just goes, "They're not as I expected, but I'm glad I was wrong. Some of them might need looking after or taking care of."
I think pretty much all of them need looking after. Most of them seem to be lunatics, to be honest, but that's what it boils down to. We've already sent many more seasoned groups, and they have not returned. So I place this one into your hands, my old friend, and she kind of like very, very gingerly taps you back, like she doesn't have the strength to kind of like give you a reassuring tap, but she's trying. And she just goes, everything weighs on your shoulder. You are the best one for this. You will, I'm sure, lead them through this and keep them together. They will be a good team, won't you?
It may have been once, but this time I will not fail.
Oh, indeed.
I will see you again. He stands up abruptly.
See you at the docks, old friend. And you just see the body kind of like slump back tiredly into the chair.
And he heavily heads towards the door. So, given that I started before the door had closed, they might hear. I don't know if you want to see who hears.
No, they're all skipping out, so I think we're good.
Yeah.
It's rude to eavesdrop.
Says Vrail as you walk out the door and you like literally stood.
I'm actually gonna follow the cleric of the Raven Queen.
Okay. It sounds like the rest of them are all kind of like on their own, wandering down to the docks.
Hmm.
We're walking in the same direction, but doing our best to not look like we're walking with each other.
You're like spaced out about 10 feet each.
Yeah.
You might be, but Rowena, she doesn't leave a whole lot of space in between you, because she doesn't want to get lost.
Just behind you all, there's just a giant metal behemoth going.
So, going what?
It's
Doing.
There's a giant metal behemoth behind you making absolutely no noise whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I assume it's like Full Metal Alchemist. It's just Edward Elric just chink, chink, chink down the road.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's following Victoria. The rest are kind of thinking away.
I take exception to that statement. Edward is not the one that wears the armor. That's Al.
Yeah, this is Al.
Did I
False.
say?
Well,
I have
Ed
not-
sometimes wears Al.
That is true.
I have not watched it, and I actually feel kind of bad because my first Japanese teacher gave me like all of the first season, and then I never watched it.
Oh.
Yes, please do a sleight of hand, and you definitely need to watch it, especially if it's Brotherhood, because it's good. And I don't know how I managed to mix up Alphonse and Edward. Big brother. No, we're not going to get into that before we make everyone cry. Sleight of hand from Tundred. I'm waiting, Andy. Andy, I'm waiting.
Come in.
What's your
I
passive
wasn't expecting you to see that.
What's your passive perception? Mariah Carey.
Oh, I didn't.
But
Even I don't know what I rolled there.
10.
perception is not my highest thing ever. 13.
Yeah, it beats it. So as you're leaving, Marion, you probably hear the tiny little padding of feet behind you, and then this slip of paper starts kind of like coming in between the plates of your armor.
Which piece of armor?
It's probably like your knee joint or something, because
Yeah.
it's not
There's
tall
probably
enough.
behind your knee.
There's just a like, I guess he stops as soon as he feels it and just goes, and and then picks it up and starts reading it.
I also like to think that it's a Tundred sizes piece of paper. I don't know if Tundred's been making these
maybe.
pamphlets, so it's tiny little piece of paper.
Oh, no. They're like full-size pamphlets that have
Okay.
been folded a million times.
Like scrolls, like big ass scrolls through.
Just got a big pack full of them. But yeah, so you've now got a pamphlet.
Fortune cookie paper.
Little tiny little thing that you roll. But yeah, now you've got the everybody's got a pamphlet for the definitely not cult of the shining light. Is that right?
I have 100% discarded that somewhere. I
Don't
have
worry,
not
you'll get
kept
another
that.
one.
During when you were stood talking to Syndra, you've just kind of like tossed it into the fire casually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sidled up to the fire and just bloop. Don't need that.
So as we've kind of already split the party as they've just introduced most people making their way down to the docks. Victoria makes her way through to the graveyard of Baldur's Gate, and there's a lot of a massive area that is the graveyard within the walls of Baldur's Gate, which goes to a specific clergy, which has probably got the symbol of the Raven Queen on the outside, a nice big statue of a cloaked figure that you can't see the details of their face, but they've got that feminine, elven kind of figure, a raven perched on her outstretched hand. And Victoria makes her way in, just into the clergy itself. It's probably open doors, I assume.
Yeah, it's
Anyone's welcome.
there's about 10 of us in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, go in there, just say bye to everyone, especially my father, and he basically my father's called Walter Sinclair, and he's kind of really pretty high up in this clergy, and he's the one that's trained me since I was born, really, to be the best grave cleric for the Raven Queen that there could be. So I learned a lot from him, and there's a lot of respect and love for my father. So yeah, it's a emotional farewell. Obviously, there's a risk that I might not return, but we both know it's for the right reasons, and we both believe the Raven Queen would approve. So,
And he
yeah.
gives you a massive hug. Says that you'll do fantastically. He knows you'll return, and you'll have proven yourself to be a true cleric to the Raven Queen. He probably tears up slightly himself, but being a nice, manly man, he holds it back mostly. Just like one little tear rolls down his cheek because he looks happily into his daughter's eyes. I assume.
My father, just FYI, my father is a human.
Yeah, I was going to say
Well,
Marion,
Gillian,
who's just stood awkwardly at the door looking in. Sees
Oh.
just this very normal looking, not looking human that's seems to be the
Yeah.
closest to Victoria.
I imagine I would have just gone in and been in the public area, just sort of observing everything. Like, not hiding, just spending time there. Seems to be praying occasionally. Well,
I might ask him, and I'm quite intrigued. I might go up to him and say, you seem very protective over what was that dying woman's name again?
Syndra
I'll,
Sylvain.
yes.
You seemed very protective over her when I was praying. Do you know each other?
60 days ago, yes. We knew each other beforehand, too.
Okay,
Oh.
But-
If you're assuming something from that, the death itself happened long before that.
Oh, what?
Yeah, the death
Oh,
curse
shit.
didn't start until 60 days ago.
Okay, let me rephrase that then. I would say a long time ago, yes. We knew each other when things were good.
Okay, I'm just trying to gauge him. He's like nothing really. Haven't seen much like him before ever. So what brings you to our Raven Queen clergy here?
I did not know this was here. Or perhaps I would have spent more time.
Oh, you're interested in the Raven Queen?
I have lost people.
To the Raven Queen, or do you mean you want some help making souls pass over?
If the gods could have helped with this one, I think they would have.
The Raven Queen has her ways, she has her reasons for things. You're more than welcome in our clergy anytime, as long as your intentions are of a kind purpose.
You are also not as I expected.
What did you expect of me?
I expected I would have to kill you.
I've heard that one many a time before. She kind of laughs. It's kind of like it's normal to her. Well, I'm glad that you've seen differently now.
As am I. I think perhaps we can be allies.
Yeah, it's an unusual alliance, but you have decided to come into my clergy. You've taken interest in me. You've decided not to kill me. That's a good start.
Certainly.
So, I'm going to find it difficult to sink my teeth into your big armor, though. So.
There is sort of like a head tilt, like for a minute.
I think I was supposed to say that in my head, but I said it out loud. And what I basically mean by that is that I don't fully trust you yet.
There's an exhale of breath that might have been a laugh, but doesn't develop into one. And he goes, of the group, I think I may be able to rely on you the most. I shall be causing no quarrels with you, as long as you walk the path of human.
Well, it depends what that means. I mean, I'll do my best. I walk the path of the Raven Queen, and I'm not entirely human, but I have a human father, and I have allies that are human. So, sure. I think she's a bit confused on the meaning behind it, but she seems quite intrigued by this guy. So.
Yeah, he seems. Are you like sat next to him, by the way?
Yeah, because I noticed he kind of followed, and yeah, went up to him.
Yeah, he goes. In the past, I could put my faith in places and people like this, the gods.
Well, anyone who's up for supporting our god is a friend of mine. So, yeah, as long as my respect, as long as you respect my undying devotion to the Raven Queen and what I must do to, support her and make her content and my family and my clergy, then there will be no issues.
I hold out my mailed fist over towards her.
What you mean, like, in what way? Just like as a handshake or as a
like it's a closed fist, like I'm gonna hand you something.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. She doesn't quite understand what you mean by this, but she puts out. I don't think she's heard of fist bumps before, so she kind of just puts out. I think she goes to hold your hand or something, and you something.
There's, I suppose, a moment when your hand closes over my fist, he like starts to pull back, and then instead kind of grabs your wrist and turns it upside down so that your hand is facing up. And then I drop money into your hand and just go, a donation. And
for the clergy?
I drop 20 gold in.
20 gold? Can I insight this guy? This seems good to be true.
And he abruptly, after dropping the 20 gold, he sort of abruptly stands up and starts lumbering out. But you can, insight by all means. I don't know. What do you want to know?
Victoria's just inciting absolutely everybody.
just want to know that you're sincere in what you've just told me. In terms of you want to be allies and everything. Basically, are you being truthful in what you said?
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and. Ooh.
Oh, that's a good roll.
Go on, Pete. Give her all the details.
Behind the layer of menace, there is unfathomable sorrow. He was being genuine. He actually seems to have great respect for the Raven Queen. There's a longing, actually, that it's as if he wishes the Raven Queen could help him, but he doesn't have the faith.
Okay. So if I know that, I'll. Okay. Well, obviously that would massively align with her. So if she knows that's a fact, then if she's inside that, she'll just call you as you go out the door and say, "Marion." Is that the right? Did I pronounce it right?
Marion, yes. He stops and turns around.
Marion, thank you very much. If you ever need any guidance, or if you ever potentially want to join our clergy, you'd be more than welcome to come, and I will guide you. Blessed are the praise the Raven Queen, and she kind of mimics that in your direction.
He kind of gives a fancy bow.
Okay.
That you can imagine a gallant knight would, but on him it's low, and it looks a bit. It probably takes you a bit aback, but yeah, he just kind of gives a gallant bow and then turns on his heel and is out.
Can I introduce you to my father before you leave?
He stops for a moment. And turns back to look at you.
My father basically leads this clergy. If something happens to me in Chilton, you manage to get out and survive, he'll be your next point of call in the clergy too, if you still decide that you want to pursue this route. So here, Walter Sinclair. Just remember his name should anything happen to me.
You will not die in Chult. I will see to that.
I hope not. It's just kind of a little kind of praise the Raven Queen, little kind of
You want me to speak to him now?
It is up to you. However, I just wanted you to be aware that, my father is Walter Sinclair. He's, should anything happen to me and you did want to pursue being here and part of our clergy under the Raven Queen's wing, he would be the one to. I'll make sure that he knows of you and knows your name.
He kind of tilts his head to the side and goes, if she can prove it to me that she's worth it, then
He's saying that.
Yes. He's saying that to you. He says if you can prove it to me that she's worth it, then I would consider dedicating myself to a god service again.
Okay.
But for now, I still cannot shake my previous one. Isn't that right? He says to thin air.
Give him a nod of understanding. A nod of just a nod of understanding and gratitude, and yet another a pat on a hold on the shoulder. That's kind of a thing. She kind of touches your shoulder and sort of praise the as in a blessing from the Raven Queen. I get it. That kind of thing.
Probably for donations this large as well, you would have raven brooches. For people to display.
You get some merch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get a holy symbol.
Yeah, essentially.
Go on then. Am I being persuaded, or am I just? gonna do it. I think. Yeah. Okay. I've got a few, like a little brooch. You're welcome to. I'll hand over this Raven Queen, kind of like coin brooch thing. Hey, here you go. You don't have to wear it, but it's there should you ever want to, or if you decide to, kind of follow her teachings and guidance. It's there for you should you want to pray.
I imagine the brooch, like the symbol itself, similar to like in Game of Thrones when they have the hand of the king or queen.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of, I guess, kind of like that. Where it's quite a
Yeah,
prominent
yeah,
symbol.
it's kind of like a general brooch size. Yeah, and it's literally the logo of the Raven Queen. I don't know. Have you got a picture of that, Tom? Have you got a picture of my shield at all?
Not to hand. I can have it next time. But
yeah.
Essentially, it's the head of a raven.
Yeah. To the side. It's like a side profile of a raven. A black one. So, yeah. That's quite a big thing for Victoria to do. She doesn't really do that much at all. She doesn't trust people very easily. So it's
Neither
she's
does
clearly.
Neither does
I think
Rory.
it was due to that really big insight check. I think she's really softened and. So.
Yeah, he takes the Raven Queen symbol and sort of gives it a respectful touch to the forehead before tucking it away, and just goes, "I will treasure it, thank you." And then he goes, "A meeting with your father after, perhaps."
Absolutely. Maybe I'll see you at the docks.
Yes. And then he turns around and goes.
I think at this point I've probably nearly said my goodbyes, maybe a few more minutes, whatever, and might start wandering down to the ship.
Well, it's already too late. Hundreds recruited half the party to their call.
Oh, I did leave my pamphlet in the Raven Queen temple.
just put it down on the chair and left.
Yeah.
I still have it on me. Don't worry. I'm not throwing it away.
I'm hoping you'll keep giving me them because it's gonna be quite funny.
Oh, trust me. Yeah, I've got a set of calligraphy tools that are being used daily.
Yeah, it's gonna constantly be the theme of, like, I leave them, you give me another, I wake up with 5.
There's gonna be, like, years later when adventurers come through Chult again, they're just gonna see random trees with them pinned to them.
Yeah. Or like grown in, or
oh yeah, like actually
it chopped down a tree.
But yeah, you all eventually assemble at the docks, and when Sindra arrives with her chaperone, are led to a ship. This ship is called the Dark Duck, and its headpiece. It's not like a duck that you would have seen before. It is this strange creature that's got essentially a duck-like bill and head, but its body looks more like a mammal, and it's got this really flat tail. It's like this big centerpiece. What's the fucking thing at the front called? Words are failing me today. What's
it? The ship, the mast, or the?
No, not the mast. What you?
No.
The thing at the front.
It's coming to me in Spanish, but not in English.
Say it in Spanish.
Mascarón.
That doesn't help.
No, it doesn't.
Figurehead.
The
ship's figurehead is like this big creature. As I say, got a duck-like head. Better, it's a giant platypus. But
I might buy some more things. By the way, sorry. Go on.
we can do buying off screen. Just so you've done it on your way down to the docks. But the captain that you're introduced to is this grizzled-looking human that goes by the name Captain Dark Duck, and they have essentially this creature as their little kind of like familiar, it seems, perched on their shoulder. This mammalian duck-billed creature. It's strange. None of you have ever ever seen such a creature before. But they like usher you in and show you where you'll be set up. The rooms are a bit cramped. It's a ship, but you do get beds, like actual beds rather than hammocks. It seems the crew sleep in the hammocks in the center of the ship, whereas you get a more bedroom, an actual bedroom together. Although it's split probably between the men and the women because we're nice like that.
Maybe that'll change as
Fair
we
enough.
get to know each other.
This isn't too bad.
Yeah. Has Rail even slept in a bed before?
Wow, what are you implying? We have beds over there.
Did the Aztecs have beds?
Yes, I
They did.
assume.
They did.
I've never seen an Aztec bed, so I think you're conjecturing.
I have
see that.
seen stone bed frames, but I
Yes.
have no idea what they put on them.
Aztecs were using bed frames while Europeans were still sleeping on the floor.
Probably
Aztecs were irrigating their crops on their farms before the Romans even knew what water movement was.
Aztecs were.
They have
really
ropes.
advanced people.
They were extremely
And we shit on them all the time. Goddamn.
I don't
because
know.
the Spanish
I mean, you
killed
can have your
them.
reasons.
No, the Spanish didn't kill them. The Spanish fucked them and turned them into Mexicans.
Yeah, the killing was mostly done by other tribes. The Spanish just kind
Why are
of
we
went,
getting
yeah,
into
we
this?
can kill them actually. But yeah,
Look,
doesn't
I've
matter.
done my Sunny in Philadelphia reference. That's it. We don't need to talk about them anymore. You're on the ship. Does anybody want to do anything specifically over the next few days as you sail down towards Chult?
I do think that
Um,
Rowena spends
speak to
those
my other
entire
before we-
5 days really poorly.
She's never been on a ship, so she's just like she's really seasick.
Seasick. Well, she's like a small town girl, so she's probably never actually been on a boat. So she's probably quite seasick.
Mhm.
My condolences.
You don't see.
If there's any like fish and tackle on the ship, Jean would like to just fish the entire time.
Yeah, you can fish off the back. Scrounge up some fish every now and then. Kind of hard whilst it's moving most of the time, but you do get the odd one. The crew will probably
makes
quite
like a
happy as well.
Makes like a spinner, so they can chase it.
That would be good. Like you MacGyver up a little spinner out of stuff.
Yeah.
Morian
Probably a
spends.
lot.
Oh yeah, but Morian spends most of the trip carving a really intricate floral pattern into the side of the ship, and
Okay.
it's gorgeous.
It sounds like you should make a woodcarver's tools
It
check to
does-
see if it is
It does
gorgeous.
sound like you should make a check for
I hope
this.
it's gorgeous. Yeah.
I mean, you're taking time
what
to
what
do
with?
it. Have you got woodcarver's tools as a...
I do.
Oh, you made a worm.
Do I do?
Is that a chicken?
Do
What ability?
do strength with advantage.
Ooh, advantage.
Because you're taking time to do it.
Is this a good aligned? Is this a good aligned action?
It is, yes. Well, it's an artistic aligned action. It's the term I'm going
Oh.
for.
Okay. So 24, I guess.
Was that with the bonus?
Which bonus? Oh no.
D4. I mean, it's still gonna be pretty fucking good. 25.
25.
Cool. Yeah, it takes you a couple days to do it, but it's like really intricate. Like what's the kind of like Sistine Chapel kind of
God damn.
detailed sort of. It's not got the color to it, obviously, but like the detail to it is just perfect. Like you've made these small little like carvings with the tools, and it's just probably the most beautiful flower anybody's ever seen. And probably the first day you're into it, the little everyone's referring to as a dark dog is sat there watching as you're doing it the entire time. And it's like
Imagine
little
I'm like
beady eyes are just constantly watching.
he's like sat on the plank with me that's suspended off the side of the ship.
Yeah.
It's just chattering away, and I'm just silent. You know, taking his advice, I guess.
Oh no, it's not the captain. It's his little pet that's there.
Oh,
It's still chattering away, probably going. "Meow, meow, 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 meow." Yeah, it just watches with its tiny little beady eyes.
mm.
It seems very.
Yeah. So he worked his way around the whole ship, and then by the time it's finished, it's people are probably like, "What?" The first time they're like, "What the fuck?" As he like just launches off the side of the ship and then lowers himself down with ropes. And he just silently works away day after day. Goes around the whole thing.
Well, the captain's
In
actually
full plate armor too.
Yeah, with full plate armor the entire time.
Yeah, exactly.
The captain Dark Duck himself is actually really pleased with this. The ship was kind of like quite bare before, and now he says it's beautiful. It's amazing. Like no other ship is going to be as beautiful as the Dark Duck now. So he's
Orient does not acknowledge any praise at all.
He's like there, just like going, "It's beautiful, astounding, you're amazing." Because that's pat you on the back and everything. You just walk off.
Yeah, pretty much. That's it.
Is anybody else
Yeah.
doing anything? I think we've had Rowena's vomiting.
Yeah, Vilsea will just be reading through her parchments and her spell books, making sure that she's up to speed. Looking into potions as well, just kind of, having a reading session.
Got a little cauldron with her. I imagine every second page of the spell book has got how you use this spell to murder children.
Magical
If
application.
that's how you want it to go, Tom, I can, make sure that happens.
It's like Ray of Frost, Frozen Child, Firebolt, Flaming Child.
I'm not sure the application towards children is very different, but
that's
Firebolt, 0.4 seconds to ensure medium rare tender.
It's just my headcanon for Vilsea and
Can I spend the time I'm not fishing going around with hundreds as like missionaries for this to the dock, to the people on the boat?
Or you're trying to convert them to the cult for Tundra?
Absolutely.
That's what I'm doing.
Oh.
Just see people walking around the boat with pamphlets is what I was going to say.
So the both of you apparently are going around like
together.
when
I'm
he's
going
not,
with them together, we're figuring it out.
yeah, when he's not fishing, he's helping you sell your cult.
It's an order of faith.
Yep, just like the Mormons, they go 2 by 2, just so that they know they're safe and stuff.
I suggest we make name badges for ourselves.
Yeah, that's that as well.
Yeah, the thing is, you'd have to keep updating your name.
We could have Morian carve them out of wood. Every
You'd
time.
need to keep carving them out of wood.
You've seen him carving wood every time we're there. We could get plenty of wood. We're going to be in a jungle. Just keep carving them every time we get a new rank.
Yeah, I don't think he read my last pamphlet. Maybe we should give him another one.
We should give him another one. Absolutely give him another one. We should put it under his pillow, and if we have, let's go sneak into his bedroom whilst he's on the ship carving. Put it under his pillow. One day I'll get it and read him to you. Maybe we put it in his bathroom instead. We need to start plotting pamphlets.
And 100 pulls out a calligraphy kit. And there's just whole loads of pre-made pamphlets, like copy down.
We need 1,000 more of those.
I'd like to think you guys.
But I'm doing that.
Oh, God.
That's what I'm doing. I'm just going to start writing 1,000 pamphlets.
Pin them above the
Start
ceiling
stack.
whenever they're sleeping,
Local
so when they
restaurants.
wake up, that's the first thing they see.
No,
And while Zengi's there, I'm just going to start like babbling doctrine at them.
Listen intently.
Say, you know you've hit the correct level when you start to hear the screaming.
Oh,
Start to get it creamy.
No, start to hear the screaming.
Hear the screaming. not
Fills
get
your
it.
waking and sleeping
I see.
time.
Sorry, common is not. Sorry, common is not my first language. I often make mistakes.
It's okay, we have our own language as well. I'm happy to teach you. But only once you've reached the correct level.
You got to be level 3 before you can learn our own language. So to just before we wrap this up, anyway, Victoria, are you doing anything on the ship in these past few days? I think you're the only one that's not said anything.
Yeah, I like to. I like to, get my my magic orb out and just practice that swirling black kind of magic.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of quite aesthetic, with these little skulls coming out and just practicing bits of magic and polishing my Raven Queen shield generally. I'm not massively sociable, so that's kind of my main kind of priorities and looking around. And I do like a good scenery. Obviously, she's not been out of Baldur's Gate much, so she just go on the deck.
A lot of it is going down the coast as well, so you will see a lot of the coast of, the Sword Coast.
Yeah, she tends to do that kind of like the polishing and the magic practice, sort of up leaning over the deck, just kind of observing the view and taking everything in, really.
Yeah. Sorry, I realised, Andres, that I misspoke. You didn't say anything, did you?
No, but that's perfectly fine because I'm thinking I don't know exactly what Vrail would be doing. He's probably not too social either. He'll basically just sort of skulk around and watch people being given pamphlets, take a couple looks at the wood carving, and then shortly lose interest. Yeah, not much else.
Cool. Well,
He just stays like under the deck if it's cold or windy. If the sun's out, he'll come out.
A lot of the day it will be pretty cold. Like even when it's sunny, the wind going past really chills it. So for you,
Okay, well, fuck that then.
this is horrible. It does get warmer as you start heading further and further down. And on this 4th day, you kind of head out into open sea, and it does get really warm here actually because it's just open, clear skies. And as it starts to get darker, there's a shout from the crow's nest of another ship approaching, and this ship begins to come straight towards yours and almost lines up, and ropes and or boards begin coming across, and there's a shout of pirates as they the deck hands on your ship on the Dark Dove begin scrambling to get like poles and axes to try and cut off the ropes. But yes, to end this session, we are ending with ship fight, the ship battle. Patreon.com/The Dungeon Weaver, because that's what Pete does. He makes maps. He made me this nice map because I asked him. So he
very occasionally.
Very occasionally.
I cannot
I'll
see
see
it.
the map.
Yeah.
Can you not?
It's all black.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
He's black.
Yeah, we can't see nothing, but that's okay. Oh, we see ship now. Sort of.
Sorry, I realised when it's doing that, you've got to be on the map itself to see it.
Oh, I see ship.
Oh.
See it on the street.
Some more flavor things, by the way. How do we? What's our situation again? You said it was like a shared dorm, or?
Yeah, so there's probably 2 different rooms. There's one for the guys, one for the girls, with actual beds and stuff. So you've got trunks next to your beds to store your things, but there's not a lot of privacy on a boat, right?
Yeah.
Under the deck, the main deck, there's the crew's quarters, which are just hammocks. The captain gets their own room with a bed, but you guys are lucky that you get your own kind of like rooms as a group.
Well, when I'm sleeping, I guess I don't know. I guess I wear like a big hood and just yeah, my body is covered in horrific fucking scars that you would see when it like because I can't sleep in the armor. I don't think.
Why?
Or else.
Like every time you're talking about your character, I'm just imagining Henry Cavill.
Yeah,
I
basically.
don't know why. It's just like what's sticking in my head.
Blonde Henry Cavill. Well, I mean, you don't know.
But
No, there's no
spoilers.
that hair either. Yeah. He is basically Henry Cavill. But yeah, one last thing I wanted to do was every now and then, just like, not in your sickened state, probably hears, coming up to the door during the night, and then she gets a fresh blanket placed on her. I don't know. Like,
She is like Doc still.
you're like hallucinating
Like
fever.
no, she just like goes rigid with like waiting to see what happens next, like on whether or not she needs she
Oh, no,
needs
well,
to like Eldritch.
No, I mean he would be polite. He would give like a soft knock and then peek in and see if you look asleep. You know.
She is probably vomiting.
Oh yeah, in that case, blanket you can have.
I have just realised though that I need to double check my spells.
Oh yeah,
because
blanket
I thought I took.
He may empty the bucket from time to time.
I mean that makes sense for Tundra. Tundra just doesn't hang out in the cabins with the others. But yeah, I also imagine for Rowena, Victoria's already done your last rites.
Rowena's probably just like, I'm seasick, not dying.
Always best to be well prepared. You never know.
That is some great confidence.
Guys,
Well, in this trying time, I can offer this.
Death is not to be feared. It is a part of life. If it's your time, I'll make sure that your passing is a graceful one. Praise the Raven Queen.
Definitely not in Rowena's case.
Can Zhang make a perception check?
Oh, sorry, I cut half of that. So
can Zhang make a perception check to see a look at the incoming ship from the deck?
Yeah, sure. We can do that as you see it approaching.
Skills. Characters.
Cabbage.
Cabbage.
Ooh.
My cabbages.
My cabbages. I love boundaries.
Walk up to the barrier and start looking over.
So, the ship you see is. Sorry, 1 second.
Go walk about.
Oh, there we go. The ship itself is called the Sturge. You can see from the carving in the side of it.
Oh dear.
It looks like there's a few people.
It's a
on board.
bloodsucker.
You can see the captain himself leading the ship is a flamboyant-looking kind of like guy. He's got this very fancy-looking cloak or cape around his shoulders, and then there's a half-orc that's shouting out the orders of like whatever to starboard and throw the grapples, blah blah blah. This big burly half-orc, and then there's just various. They're mostly humans running around the ship.
Jean turns around and looks at everybody who's upstairs and just goes, in his accent, I think they're going to try and board us. And then draws his crossbow.
Ah, yes.
That's it. You're gonna
Very nice.
going to have a nice pirate battle for next time. But that is the first session over and done with.
I can't wait to swash me buckles.
See, we're going to swash so many buckles next session.
I'm going to buckle your
yeah.
swash.
But yeah, I thought as well throw a combat at you before you actually get to the island. Make you work for that level 3.
Mm.
How dare.
Thanks for making the map, Pete. It's very useful.
Yeah,
Look at what
it felt good to make.
The ship battle created by patreon.com/dungeonweaver.
Oh, this is a free map on the Patreon if you want,
Yeah.
if anyone wants it.
If anybody wants it, it's free on Pete's thing. But then you could also pay
On
him.
patreon.com/Dungeon Weaver.
You could also pay him.
Anyway.
On other maps.
No, well, you can try, but I have nothing new. I'm gonna change the Dungeon Weaver
Right.
brand into something else, but there's only like you can subscribe and you'll have access to stuff, but you won't be charged because there's nothing new scheduled.
No, just
There
pay,
will be?
Pay him, people. Pay him. Just do it.
Be the man.
I should put like a donation thing on. I don't know.
That'd be.
Anyway,
If you want some cool maps, there you go. It's on the screen. I hope everybody enjoyed. Any feedback for your beautiful and handsome and totally fair DM would be nice.
Very good indeed. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sounded very sincere. Well, this is just the beginning. There's going to be so much more. Like, who's going to die first? I think it's going to be me. DM. The DM dies first.
True.
Don't do that.
see,
Don't
it's
do
I think
either
it's 100.
Then the game doesn't. So,
I think it's either Tundred, the Goblin, or me. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, 100's going to die first. Get replaced with 300.
But yeah, it's going to be an interesting one because of the whole not being able to be revived and stuff. It makes you feel a lot more cautious about the whole thing. But yeah, it's an interesting one. We'll see how it unravels. And I already like the party. It's a dysfunctional one again, but it's a cool group.
The best parties are.
Exactly. We've all gone with very different aims, like backgrounds and stuff like that. It's sweet. I like it. Just normal human Andres. Yeah.
Hello.
Totally.
I am an albino human.
You
you're
yourself.
cannibal.
Oh, do people? I suppose like immediately, maybe under his armor he wears like a thin, sort of cloaked gown type of thing. I don't know, but I don't know. Are people sneaking up and seeing what Morian looks like when he's sleeping?
In the night, just everybody's like.
I definitely am
don't know.
intrigued.
I mean, I don't know how many pamphlets have you found in your bed?
I'll be like climbing the walls of the bedroom.
Oh shit! She
And,
comes in through the window. climbs up on the ceiling and looks down.
Well, yeah, she can probably like stand on the outside of the ship and look
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
through the window.
Feed
Yeah,
on.
so I sneakily, I'm really nosy and I kind of find a lot of things out this way.
Squeezes through the porthole.
Feed.
Feed. I suppose maybe we could. You might see more of it than most, but he probably wears like a thin hood over his head, which hides like long blonde hair that comes down out of the hood, you know?
Okay.
And it glows in the darkness,
Nice.
His dick.
like a
Oh.
golden
Oh.
color. His eyes glow from behind his eyelids too.
Oh, okay, that's pretty
Ooh.
creepy, actually.
Yeah.
I was also going to say
You're
that...
probably very annoying to sleep next to.
yeah, just glowing. Got a nightlight on.
Yeah. I suppose you could show the picture now to her if you want, because you would like given enough time with that undetection type of thing. Maybe I should my passive.
I
Should
like
you
the
roll
idea
stealth? I
that
don't know.
This entire time he has just been a warforged and there was nothing inside the armor.
No, he would have to take his armor off to sleep, I think, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Otherwise, I can't take
there's-
long
Yeah.
rest.
There's no way
So-
you could sleep in, especially when it's spiky like that as well. Like, you could not sleep in that. You'd be getting exhaustion.
Yeah, so that the stream can see
Oh,
Um,
damn, showed people.
what he looks like. There you go.
Ooh.
So yeah, like fucking blonde Henry Cavill, basically.
Interesting. I
So
think.
you'd probably recognize him as an Azimar.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. There's no like obvious signs of corruption or anything, though.
No. I didn't sense
Slaughtering
any.
people because you think they've got eternal undead.
Oh, and he probably has a pamphlet tucked into his fucking hood. I don't know.
Yeah.
At this point.
Who's
I
seen
think you can
this?
absorb some knowledge through your
I
sleep.
mean, you are at this point, Victoria, because you're the one sneaking into the men's room.
I'm not.
But- Yeah, he would sleep like facing the corner of the room type of thing. Cloak pulled tight round.
I guess on a serious note, Vrail and Zhengwei will, for sure. There's no way you could particularly hide this. You can try, but with the amount of days that you're spending together in this room, they probably will at some point see your luscious golden locks.
Yeah, they would have caught enough glimpses to piece together the image.
I mean, Zhengwei's just got
So.
25 on perception, so.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. Okay.
So, yeah, there's-
Fair enough.
Well, I hope everybody enjoyed that. We'll be back again next week with more. I think I promised to do some Monster Prom again next week as well, didn't I, Andres?
I think you did.
Nobody fucking likes the shorts from that, so I'm giving up with doing shorts for Monster Prom. They get no views whatsoever for some reason. Or at least the last ones did. I don't know why. Some of them got quite a lot. Anyway, I'm going to stop bitching about
No.
being successful on the internet. We'll be
You
back.
must only discuss successes. Yes.
We want to do more. We want to do more games. We want to do more D&D. We want to do all sorts. So if you want to support us, find us on Instagram. You can get us on Twitter. Not that that's ever used because it's a pile of shit. Sorry, Elon.
Wow.
TikTok, YouTube, Twitch. We're all under the Duck and Raven. You can find Dungeon Weaver as well, because Pete does stuff on Dungeon Weaver. Just
Yeah,
give us a
we
shout.
should.
Spread the love.
Ring the bell, press the button.
Yeah,
Do
ding,
the
ding the
thumbs
dong.
Wrong.
Ding that dong. Subscribe. Donate if you want to. But just the views. We
Follow,
keep-
subscribe, join the cult.
Join the cult.
Join the cult.
One donation, one cult joining.
I might have to. Yes. every one of your donations goes to a good cult charity.
You do realize that you do have to now produce official cult literature.
It's already in the works. I'm just waiting for my laptop back so I can finish that.
And we'll stick
I'll do
that
the
up there.
visuals for it if you like.
Oh hell yeah! Oh yes, let's actually. Shall we sell shirts of
Oh yeah.
the cult pamphlet? Oh shit. Not that anyone's gonna bother, but you know.
Not really. I've got an entire pamphlet for the Shining Light.
Yeah,
That's
send
pretty
me
much
all
ready to
the,
go.
send me all the merch ideas, and I will do the arts and stuff, or Tom will do the arts. One of them.
One of them.
Yeah,
One of us.
that'd be cool.
One of us is an artist. The other one's just does whatever the fuck.
I think we should wait until at least one of the player characters goes down in combat before we start making ideas for cult merchandise.
Oh.
Right.
Oh.
But yeah, we'll be back with more. I might start up the subscription thing again to see if we can get enough people subscribing and get you guys some magic items. But that's it for now. Come back for episode 2. Say bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Coco.